today is hot and snowy, with continued hot and snowy in the afternoon. Tomorrow, chance of continued crappy with a pissy weather front coming down from the north. Basically, it's hotter than a snake's ass in a wagon rut.
It is so hot you could lay an egg on the sidewalk.
I felt yesterday. It's only going to be 110 degrees in Borrego today. But you know what, seriously, what do you expect when you live in Borrego Springs?
Hello, it's the desert.
And how many people live there? 10?
18, I think.
18.
Yeah.
Just hot enough yesterday. Little kids were setting up lemonade stands. I felt like setting up a Cruex stand. Seriously, what would you have paid for a blast of Cruex yesterday?
About $6.50.
Yeah. See what I mean? It's KGB, the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Radio Show.
Did we set any records yesterday, David?
You know, I don't know. We did it at my house. I know that. It was damn hot, is what it was.
You have the patio thermometer going yesterday?
You know what? Our thermometer is in the sun, and everyone always says, "Well, you can't take that reading because it's in the sun." Well, I go out in the sun.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess 105 at your place yesterday.
I don't know. It was plenty hot. Did you see the front page of the newspaper?
No! I don't get one.
You don't bother to read them?
No, I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. The newspaper's 38 cents, Boyer. That's not in the budget, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a picture of this Concorde flying over France with flames shooting about 500 yards out its back end. And, you know, that's hardly ever good.
Not usually.
I never want to see that on my plane. It's on the front of all the newspapers today. They don't have the thing, they don't have movies of it or anything like that, but they have a picture of that thing. Just, I mean, the line of flames and smoke coming out the back of the plane. You can't see the end of it because it goes behind a tree, but it's at least 3 times longer than the plane.
Oh, God.
And there were flames on the runway, they say.
Oh, really?
You know, look in your rearview mirror there, Captain. No. Yeah, there were flames on the runway, they are saying. Yeah.
When it was taking off?
Yes.
You know who took that picture?
Who took that picture?
A tourist that photographed.
Andres Kisgerly.
He's a tourist that travels around. He takes pictures of airports and planes taking off and landing.
Yeah, just in case one crashes so he can get $100 out of it.
Well, maybe he should get a little closer. It looks like he was about 15 miles away from the graininess.
Ain't so not at all happy.
I'm not
quality
pleased
of the photograph.
with his framing and his composition, photographic composition.
On TV, it looked perfect.
Yeah. Well, we had a situation in the house last night that I'm going to need some help with from my technical friends out there in Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Land. Got a phone call last night. Beth and I went out for dinner. Got a phone call from the babysitter on our way home, but we're a good half an hour from home. And answer the phone, and all you can hear is the screaming and the blaring of every single alarm in the house. Now, is this a comforting feeling?
No.
For parents?
Probably not.
No. And then it stops, and then you hear a smoke alarm start up, and then another one chases it, and then every single smoke alarm in the house starts going off. And we've got one in every single room and all the hallways, so there's probably about 10. And every single smoke alarm is going off, and we're half an hour away from home.
Well, fortunately, the fire department is closer.
Well, there was nothing on fire, but the babysitter is freaking out. And I was a little upset by it as well. Might have exceeded the speed limit a touch trying to get home. But can someone explain to me what causes that? One smoke alarm would go off, and then another one would go, and then within seconds, the entire house was blaring in smoke alarms.
It's like the dogs in my neighborhood do that. One starts, then the next house over, next house over.
That's what it was like.
The whole dang neighborhood.
The whole thing is like in series or something. I don't know. Hi, KG Bake.
Hey.
Hey.
This is Frank.
Hey, Frank. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm an electrician, and the reason those smoke alarms do that, one of them, the one that starts beeping first, either has a low battery and is setting the rest of them off when it kicks off on the low battery, or it's got dust in it and it's causing all the rest of them to go off, like it's acting like it's reading the smoke or something heavier than the air.
Dust makes them go?
Yes, sir.
So if I go to the hardware store and I get a can of that compressed air, go in there and blast those things out, I'll be all right?
Yeah, that'll help, but you got to change the batteries in them.
You know what?
Wrong.
When the batteries are low, I've had the batteries go low on them before, and you know what?
They chirp.
They chirp, yeah, exactly.
Right, they chirp.
This
one
was
here evidently has a problem. You might even have to change that smoke detector.
Yeah.
But when one goes off, they're all wired in series, and when one goes off and calls for it, the whole house goes off until you find the one that started it and disconnect it.
Okay. Thanks, man.
You got it.
See you later. Here's Joe. What's going on, Joe?
Hey, Dave, you douche.
What's going on, dude?
Hey, yeah, you know, you're right with the way those things chirp when the batteries are low.
Right.
But that's not going to cause them to actually go off.
You know what? I've had them chirp before, and I'll tell you something else. Whoever the manufacturer is of smoke alarms, why do they make the batteries go low only in the middle of the night?
Yes. And it's just the way they do it.
What the hell is that? How come? I mean, I've had them go like two or three times since we lived there. You figure a battery's good for a year. Every time they go low in the middle of the night.
Well, you know, dust and very small spiders can set those things off, too.
Yeah?
Very small insects and dust. That's why you hear that people, you know, they get their vacuum cleaner up there and they suck the dust out of those things.
Is that what I got to do?
Yep.
All right,
Every
thanks.
once in a while, bring the vacuum cleaner up there, suck the dust out, and make sure there's no cobwebs in there.
You know, my neighbor came over. We called the neighbors because the babysitter was freaking out. And my neighbor said that she thought it could be spiders, and I thought she was kooky, but that can happen, huh?
That's it, baby.
All right. Thank you, Joe. How do you know this, Joe?
I've been working in construction for 13 years.
All right.
I work for William Lyon Homes.
You're not a kook, are you?
No.
Okay, good. Thank you, Joe.
All righty.
I think it's important to ask if people are kooks before you start taking their advice. How you doing there, Jeff the fireman?
I'm fine.
Are you a kook?
Yeah, most of the time. Ask anybody, they'll tell you.
What's up, dude?
Hey, is your system hardwired and does it centrally report? Are you paying for monitoring?
Yeah, but I didn't have the alarm on last...
Well, that doesn't matter. That's if they could go. If one goes, they could be wired to centrally report once one of them goes. If
No,
what
there
the
was...
other guy was saying is probably true.
No, there was... All right, so when they all went last night, did someone call and say, is your house on fire? No.
No. Do you have that possibility with your system, though?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Is it monitored once you arm it and once you set the alarm?
See, that's what I don't know because I've never had the smoke alarms go off while I've had the house alarmed.
Well, you need to find out how your alarm system works. The number one, you got to find out if they're even battery powered. If they're all battery powered, they could still be wired together in order to centrally report. And
They're
that could
both...
be why they sympathetically went off.
They've got batteries and they've got plugs.
Okay. So that means they could possibly be their battery backup. You probably have an alarm system that's capable of centrally reporting.
Yeah.
Spiders, dust, mites, whatever gets in there and sets one off, and they could, theoretically anyway, set them all off once one of them starts, because the system could be designed to make sure once one goes, everybody goes to get you out of the house.
Well, I think that's a good idea.
Absolutely.
But you got to find the one bum one and find out what's wrong with it.
Here, you have to change every battery anyway.
Right.
And use that can of compressed air you're talking about and blow them out. You've got to do that anyway.
All right.
And it's I think it's Murphy's law about them going off in the middle of the night.
They always go. The batteries always drop in the middle of the night, and they're chirping all over the place.
Those are the rules. Cheapest life insurance you could buy, Dave.
Thanks, man.
All right.
See you later.
Yeah, there's a conspiracy with the smoke alarm people and pager people.
God! Steve, what's going on?
Hey, what's happening, first off, if they're electrical, if they're tied to your electric 110 volt, they're not One's going in alarm is not going to cause others to go in alarm. If they're battery powered, they're not even connected with each other. So
no, they're both. They're both.
Well, they've got a battery backup.
They've got a battery backup, but they're hooked up by plugs too.
Are they tied into the actual alarm system of the house?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so one's going into alarm, and it's causing your house alarm to go. It's causing your fire alarm to go off. So all the sirens you hear in your house are tied to your fire alarm.
It's too complicated for me.
You're not hearing every single individual detector going into alarm. You're hearing your actual house alarm going.
No, it's not the house alarm.
It's each individual detector.
It's each individual detector. You can hear them all light up one by one until all of a sudden every single one is going.
Nah, that doesn't make any sense.
Because the house alarm is different. The house alarm's like a siren.
Well, sure.
These things are just like screamers.
Yeah, smoke detector screamers.
You would want the smoke detectors in every room to go off.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a great idea. Here is Steven going to help me here next year on the KGB. Steven, what's up, dude?
Hi, Dave. The way to find out which smoke detector is alarming and sending the signal to all the others, the newer models will come with a green indicator light.
Right.
And you've seen that?
Yeah.
The one that's alarming will flash red.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, that's the one that's bum.
But they all go off.
Yeah, they're all going to go off, but the one that's alarming, that's sending the signal to the others, the one that's actually the one that's got either the dust or the spider webs are actually defective, should indicate red, and your instruction manual should tell you about that.
And the other ones, even though they're going off, they won't be flashing red?
Well, sometimes it differs on the model. Sometimes they'll flash red, but the one alarming should be different somehow, either be a solid red or flashing red, and the other ones won't flash red. Your information package should tell you about that.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Steven.
And it's also the first one to alarm, and it takes a couple seconds before it signals to the others.
Right, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, that's the one that's causing you the trouble.
Okay, thanks, man.
All right, bye.
So this morning at 3:50 in the morning, I hear the beeping again. The beeping starts. It wasn't loud, but I mean, seriously, we have so many throughout the house that you've got to go and stand under every one and wait until it goes again so you can identify it. Yep. And I'm walking around, I can hear it, but it's like every time I get close to one, it's like, okay, it's not that one, but it's like right around me somewhere.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nightmare.
It's maddening. And it took me like 20 minutes to figure out it was Beth's goddamn phone low on batteries. In the purse in the bedroom.
Oh, no.
What did I tell you?
I'd like to live in a log cabin and light my lantern.
And if you burn down, you deserve it.
Have
you know?
a bucket of water in the corner.
What happened to when, like, you know, your house caught on fire and everyone just showed up with a bucket brigade, you know?
Well, back when we were Amish, that's the way life was.
James, what's up, dude?
Hey, you know, I just installed one of these systems throughout my entire house.
Okay.
And these guys are making it way too complicated for you. I've got 9 stations throughout the house. You've got a real quick way to fix it, and you've already been told.
And that is?
Get rid of all the dust.
Just go in and blast them all.
That's it.
I get a can of that compressed air.
Canned fart, I think, is the technique.
That's it right there.
I get a can of that compressed air, like that stuff you use on computers or something.
Right.
And might as well do batteries as long as I got to go around and do all that stuff.
Yeah, if you're going to get into them. And, you know, the guys are making it, is it wired into your system? Look, they're wired in series. It's a 3-wire system. Go through, clean them, get the dust out. We were cutting tile down because we're laying new tile floors, and the tile dust set them off Saturday.
Yeah.
You find the one that went off, make sure it's all cleaned, and that's how you turn them off, man. That's all it is.
And charge up my wife's phone, and I'll be okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man.
You got it.
See you later, James.
Bye.
Only at night. It never happens like at 2 in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon, I'd be like, all right, now here's something to do. 3:50 in the morning. For 20 minutes, I'm hunting for the phantom beep, and it's in Beth's purse. All right, we got a break. It's 6:25, the KGB. Shane's going to do sports next. Don't go away.
Hi, this is Ed McMahon. They lost on Star Search. Never made it to the Tonight Show. will never win anything from me and Dick Clark. They're no-talent punks. Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw on 101 KGB. And now, here's Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw.
Thank you, Edward. 6:30, right to the Sports Network we go. The Chainsaw is here on the KGB. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much, David. And hello, good everybody in the sports world. Padres pitcher Woody Williams can not only pitch, but he can hit, and he can give up the big home run. Ellis Burks hit one that was long gone.
A high, towering bomb. Martin, back again. Forget about it. He has no play. It's gone. So the Martin misplay leads to a two-run home run by Ellis Burks, and I'm telling you, that was never a chance for the left fielder. That was long gone.
Well, fortunately for Williams, that was the only long gong ball of the night. Williams also singled last night and drove in the Padres' first run of the night on a sacrifice fly. So it's 2-1 Giants at the Q. And here's Ted Leitner with what happened in the Padres' sixth.
Runners go 3-2, smacked in there, right center field. There's a tie game. Cusco coming home. The ball was bobbled by Burks to try to bring home Nevin. He is coming home. The throw cut off to the plate. Not in time. The Padres take the lead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely lost track of what happened there, except for the last part where the Padres took the lead. 3-2. I got that.
The throw was cut off at the plate?
At the plate, and the other guy, and then we have a tie score, and there was a bobble in there. Anyway, Woody Williams is a hero. Al Martin is a hero. Trevor Hoffman came in for the save, gave up a double, threw a wild pitch, and then retired the side. Whew. Padres win. Padres-Giants play again tonight, 7:05 at the Q. Penis dancer Adam Eaton will pitch.
Singer.
We should explain that. Adam Eaton was our guest on yesterday's show, and completely out of the blue, totally unprompted, Adam blurted out a confession that apparently he was itching to reveal. He is a penis singer. Indeed.
Yeah.
Last night's Padre victory prevented the Giants from pulling into a first-place tie with Arizona atop the National League West, and even better, pulled the Padres to within only 11 games of first place. Hair's breadth, as far as I'm concerned. Look for Bruce Bochy to start saving his pitchers for the playoffs. The NFL announced its team of the 90s, the all-decade team, and 2 Chargers made it. Can you guess which ones? Ryan Leaf?
No.
Brian Still?
No.
The Cannon?
No.
Nope. Number 55.
Sure, Junior's got to make it, and I would guess one of the 2 kickers, either Darren or
John Carney.
Or Carney.
Ooh, nice pull. Punter Darren Bennett, who didn't start until the 1995 season. Wow, that's a pleasant surprise. Darren Bennett and Junior Seau on the all-decade NFL team for the 90s. John Elway, the all-decade quarterback. Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders in the backfield. Chris Carter, Jerry Rice, the wide receivers. Never heard of those guys. Meanwhile, in the National
Shakespearean moons of Uranus.
Shakespearean moons of Uranus for 6, please.
Circling Uranus are Ariel and Miranda.
Did you just make that up?
Now she's found around Uranus.
Tell me that's not on purpose. Skip-Ball Association! Because of their collective bargaining agreement, which means deal with management, players in the NBA will be taking a 10% pay cut this coming season. This in exchange for not having a salary cap. Of course, the players made 19% more this past season. So when you amortize these 2 amounts over the course of a 24-month period and compound it with either projected interest rates or the composite Dow Jones Index, the sum total is equal to a 4.5% increase per annum based on 19 minus 10 equals 9 divided by 2 equals the average increase of 4.5% in this 2-year period. In other sports, David.
Get your hands on a C-section this morning's USA Today.
It is 6:35 and 9 seconds. Oh, yeah, this is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
The Chainsaw brought to you by Togo's. Try their new savory barbecue chicken sandwich. Fresh roasted chicken coated in a tangy signature barbecue sauce. Togo's. Let them make one for you today.
And we're horny, man. Your body's happening. You know, you don't know what's going on. I was always ready. Oh, my glands were like yelling at me. It was relentless.
Now.
All right. See, Billy Crystal's got a voice for his.
Yes.
This happened late in the show yesterday here on the KGB. I got an email from a guy named Davies who's challenged me to ask the other fellows here on the show what the voices they use to make their penis talk. Now, I know that's a little bit absurd, but he said, ask him what voice they use. Is it higher or lower than their regular voice? And he added this postscript. He said, by the way, if they say they don't have a voice for their penis, and in caps he switched to, they are liars. Well, no one here has admitted to having a voice for their penis.
I don't feel the need to, David.
You're obviously a liar.
Now, I started yesterday on this bit where I wanted women to call me up. If their man has a voice for their penis, there's got to be some out there. Because their penis is like a little puppet and it talks in moments of intimacy. And if we dial up your man and you can get him to talk to you in his penis voice, we would shower you with, prizes and glory. And we started this bit yesterday, and it was just getting off the ground when, out of the blue, Adam Eaton, the rookie sensation who takes the hill tonight against the Giants, calls me up on the special private line here at the radio station. Apparently, Shelley got all sloppy drunk one night at Laurel, ran into Adam Eaton, gave him the bunch of business cards with the phones on it, and then he wanted to start yapping about his career, and we got sidetracked and we didn't get through with the bit.
Oh.
So I want to give it a try here today. 888-570-1015 is the telephone number. And I just want you to call me up, give me the number where your guy is, and for all sorts of glorious prizes, and I mean, I've got everything. You name it, you can have it. If you can get him to talk to you in his penis voice, you're going to win. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good.
What's your name?
Dina.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much.
So your
How are
your husband has a penis voice?
you? My boyfriend.
Your boyfriend does?
Yes.
Now, generally, you'll find that most men who have a voice for their penis have named said member. See?
His nickname is Moose, and his penis talks in a moose voice.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of moose voice is that?
Hello, Dina. Come to me, baby.
I'm sorry? Let me hear it again, Tina.
Hello, Dina. Come to me, baby.
I didn't know that's what the moose voice sounded like. But it beckons you, Tina.
I'm sorry?
It beckons you. It begs you to come to you. It calls you for a walk on the wild side.
He came from Miami to Florida.
Right.
But he was James Dean for 8 days.
So what are you saying, Tina? Should we call him and see if he can talk to us in his moose?
You know, your producer offered me so many wonderful prizes and kept adding them to get me to do this.
Attaboy.
And he's collecting. No, he would absolutely kill me. He would kill me just, I called to tell you a joke. And your producer already knew the joke, so he talked me into talking to you.
See, that's why he got hired for the job.
He's good.
He's a good boy.
Very good.
That's a good boy. We never asked Jason if he's got a voice for his penis. How about it? Do Stormin' Mormons have voices for their penises, or is that strictly against the Mormon doctrine?
I've never read anywhere that's against anything, but unfortunately, I don't have one.
All right. Well, assign one and get back to me by tomorrow.
I'll do my homework.
Okay, Tina.
Yes.
So, are we calling or are we not calling?
We're not I'm really sorry, Dave.
He would kill you? Literally, he'd end your life? He'd snuff you out?
No. He wouldn't do that, but I might not get to talk to Moosey tonight.
Well, what if you told him that, when all was said and done, but hey, you're going to the Padres, something for him. Something exciting for him.
I'm really, really sorry. You have a great day. Love your show.
Well, are you going to tell me your joke at least?
Oh, what does Star Trek Enterprise and toilet
Oh,
paper
yeah,
have
okay.
in common?
That old one. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Say hi to Moose for me, dude. I got to go back. All right, Laura, you ready to give this a shot?
I guess Jim won't answer his phone, but that was a fun conversation. Thanks. We tried to duck her and do it, huh?
He won't answer his phone?
Well, we're going to try. If he's on the jackhammer, he won't hear it. He'll try.
Did she?
thought so,
Did you didn't just cuss me, did you?
Yes.
Lori,
Pardon?
you can't cuss on the radio.
Did I?
I thought you. I don't know. It was kind of a blurry. I thought you just said a great big giant F word or something there. Did you?
I said jackhammer.
Yeah, I know. I got that part. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I probably bumped you for no good reason. We're gonna call Jim. Now he has a voice for his penis, right?
Yeah, he does, but he'll be pissed. But we'll get.
Yeah, but we don't care. Seriously.
Yeah, we don't care.
We don't care.
Get over that every day anyway.
All right. You think you can talk him into it?
Yes, I
All
just
right.
hope he's not working a jackhammer at
All
this
right.
ungodly hour.
Let's find out. Here we go. I'm dial. What's his area code?
Try 1-858.
Okay. 858 is the area code. Okay, got it. Hang on. Here we go.
Otherwise.
We're sorry. You must first dial a 1 when calling this number.
Why is that?
Because of some DTE roaming agreement.
But I mean, he's 858.
No, he's on his cell phone. It's 807.
Yeah, I know, but it's 858 area code.
It's a weird cell phone where he travels all over the county, to Pendleton, to Mexico, and
Is it an 858 area code?
he didn't tell me his job site today exactly.
Okay, hang on. Am I not asking that the right
She
way?
was boring you.
No, I'm insulted by that chainsaw.
Well, then you picked up on it. Here, let me go with Penny next year. Penny,
Good morning.
how you doing?
Good.
Does your boyfriend or who is it? Jason is your boyfriend or your husband?
He's my boyfriend.
Okay, now does he have a voice for his penis?
He doesn't know he does,
He
but I'm
does-
going to try to get him to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to dial him up. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Where am I calling?
Virginia.
What's he doing out there?
I just moved here.
Okay, all right. Is he coming out?
Yep, to visit me.
All right, here we go. Stand by. I still don't understand why Lori didn't understand my question about area codes. Was I asking it incorrectly?
No.
Hey, no one's answering over there, Penny.
Dang it.
Yeah.
He should.
I agree with you.
Been forwarded to an automatic voice message
Oh.
system. Is not available.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not available. Sorry.
Hi.
That's it. Okay. Hey, Lori.
Yeah.
Do you understand my question
I
now?
do understand it. I'm trying to explain it to you as easy as I can.
Well, it doesn't matter if he takes his phone from Santee.
I don't understand either, I swear to you. You want me to try and see if I can get him to answer?
Well, how are you going to dial?
Just 807.
You know what? You keep saying the phone number and everyone's going to get it, okay?
I know. Well, I don't want you to put that on the air, obviously.
Okay, well, why don't you not put it on the air? I've got the phone number. I just
I
need
don't
to
want
know.
our cell phone number on the air. He has a vindictive ex-girlfriend that tries to kill me every time.
I shouldn't have picked up on it again. I shouldn't have picked up on it again. That's my mistake, and I blame myself.
Well,
Hey,
criminal
Jason.
returns to the scene of the crime.
Despite the fact that we're struggling a little bit here, Jason, we're not going to go with Lori. Thank her and send her on her way. Thanks very much, guys. All right, now, it is up to you to get on your little horsey, ladies, and ride to my rescue. 888-570-1015 is our telephone number. I need to tell you all the cool stuff that I've got here, okay? Because I'm not kidding. Everything I say here, this would be worth it. I'll give you everything I've got. I'll give you everything I've got. I've got tickets to see Paula Poundstone in the front row at Humphreys by the Bay. I got tickets to see Ted Nugent, Beatlemania, San Diego Padres, SeaWorld. I've got lunch at Quiznos. I've got a Cox pay-per-view. I've got dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? And if it'll make him feel better for using his penis voice, I'll give you a bunch of gift certificates to Craig and Auto Parts.
God, mine is singing right now.
I'll give you all this stuff if you get him to do it, okay? Erica,
Yes,
does Tom have a voice for his penis?
he does.
And is it higher or lower than his regular voice?
It fluctuates, but it's actually his own voice, but just a little characterized.
Saucier?
Yes.
Yes, I understand. It doesn't talk like a moose like Tina's boyfriend does?
No, it doesn't talk like a moose, but do you know Mr. Snuffleupagus?
Mr. Snuffleupagus, yes,
Yeah.
the giant creature on television.
Yes.
Yes.
Big elephant.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's what he named it after.
And this is, that's from Sesame Street?
Yeah.
The Snuffleupagus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr.
The
Snuffleupagus.
big green thing with a long snout.
Yeah, I didn't really care
Well-
much for him.
No.
Yeah.
Only because it's so big.
Okay. All right, we're going to dial him up. You see if you can get him to do it, okay?
Okay.
Feel good about this, Erica.
I feel good about it.
Good luck.
Hello. Hello.
Hello? Tom?
Hello.
Tom?
Yeah.
Honey?
Oh, hey. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm fine.
I can barely hear you. Where are you?
Oh, I'm on the cell phone. You know, I was
Talk up. I
thinking
can barely
about...
hear you, hon.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I was thinking about what you were doing last night, and I just couldn't get it out of my mind. And I just got home from work, and I miss you so much. Do you think you can do it for me?
What?
Do you think you can do it for me? Please?
Honey, there must be something wrong with your phone because I can barely hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what you were doing last night? You know, Mr. Snuffleupagus. I just got home from work and I couldn't get it out of my mind, so I was wondering if you could do it for me right now before I went to bed.
What?
Do you think you can do Mr. Snuffleupagus for me?
I'm at work.
Well, just go into the bathroom. Come on.
Hang on a minute. Let me close the door. Oh, baby.
Hey.
Play with Mr. Snuffleupagus?
Mr. Snuffleupagus,
Yeah?
I miss you.
I miss you.
Oh.
You want to join me on Sesame Street?
Mm-hmm. Will you sing the Sesame Street song for me?
Oh, man.
Honey?
What?
Mr. Snuffleupagus, will he sing the Sesame Street song for me? Come on, I'll sing it with you. Sunny day, chasing the clouds away. Come on.
No, honey, I can't.
Mr. Snuffleupagus. I can't hear you.
I'm like really embarrassed here.
What are you embarrassed of, Tom? Nothing to be embarrassed about, Tom. Just because your penis is talking to us. Hello!
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Honey,
Yeah?
don't worry.
It's just Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. Nobody listens to them. Goodbye, Mr. Snuffleupagus. Eric. Erica,
Yes.
you're my new best friend.
Ah, now I have a best friend.
You're my new best friend for finally carrying me through. Make your man's penis talk to you, bit.
Did anybody else do it?
So we got. See now, all it takes is one to start. It's just like the prom, the first dance. Now I got all sorts of chicks who will line up and play.
Cool.
So you're the hero. Hang on, I'm going to set you up for so much crap you won't believe it. You're going to be drowning in crap. Hang on.
All right.
Nice work, Erica. Love your show.
Thank you.
Traffic on the KGB. Here's Route 66.
Dave from the East County. 94 slows from 30th Street into downtown. Westbound 52 bunching up out of Santee up over the Summit. North 805 slows in the South Bay from Plaza to 43rd. Then from the 94 through North Park. Then Balboa up to Governor. North County Coast South 5 from Birmingham to Manchester. The 15 from Felicita to Villa Rancho. Then Mercy to Mira Mesa. You've tried the rest. Now experience the best. Donovan's Steak and Chop House. Donovan's world-class service and a private club atmosphere.
I was there last night.
Oh, you were?
I was there last night, and that place is just as good as ever.
Did you have the, I was thinking about this the other day, and you were telling about the blue cheese dressing?
Yes, they had a special last night. It was a New York steak that had some sort of, it was like a boysenberry reduction sauce, and then it was smothered in blue cheese.
Yum.
And then steak fries, and
Yum.
they know what they're doing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You can visit the world-class service in a private club atmosphere at Donovan's. Visit them online also at donovanslajolla.com.
I'll point out they make a hell of a martini as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh, I've never been. Like to go sometime.
You've never been to Donovan's?
Mm-mm.
We had a great big show celebration dinner out of Donovan's.
I know. I was like PMS crying and weepy that night. I couldn't come.
Oh,
remember?
thank God.
Shelley, I called Shelley.
Oh, God, I'm so glad you didn't go.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't leave the house.
Donovan's was the site of the world famous Jack Evans.
Oh, that's right.
Ice tree drinking bastard.
Why do I have to
Why do I just sit next to him? I was going to drink iced tea all night, this bastard.
Shelley dissing the virtual president of this company.
All right, more women will get their men to talk with their penis voice and maybe even sing next on the KGB.
On rainy days, it's your umbrella. Saturdays, it's your hangout. And every day, thank goodness, it's your...
His nuts on the couch looking for another Schlitz. Mm-hmm.
You're right.
But see, if you know that we're a cloud like that going into it, there's no more room for disappointment.
Well, yeah, at least everything's up front.
Your capacity for disappointment is complete.
Exactly. I agree.
All right? So we'll keep a little tally there. It's one for the romantics. They're still married.
Okay.
Let's go with Eddie next here on KGB. Eddie.
It's Eddie O'Brien.
What's going on, dude?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hey, I got your message the other day.
Oh, good. Well, that's about our old buddy J.D. Crow's leaving town.
J.D. Crow, the famous
Really?
cartoonist, is moving. Where's he going? Kentucky or something?
No, he's going to Mobile, Alabama.
Same thing.
What did he do?
But he's from Kentucky.
Did he commit a crime?
So it's kind of like, going home for him.
Well, this would be an opportunity. But, no, he's happy about going. It's a good newspaper.
Is he going to be drawing for a newspaper?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so he's good.
Very good.
You guys know this, but Robin, my wife, is an architect at the San Diego Zoo, and she did that Gorilla Tropics project a few years ago. So I want to try.
You sure that was really designed that way? Because, I mean, it really could have just been like 4 cement trucks just crashed.
Don't tell anybody, Dave.
I mean, how do you design a boulder landscape? Just throw some rocks out there, stick a tree in it.
Gorillas are very picky.
Oh, it's a gorilla landscape.
They consulted on all the plans and the color swatches and everything.
Come on.
Sure they did. They held them up on the wall for a long time. I don't know if I like that stone color in here.
So she built the gorilla exhibit.
So I was trying to think of, something different to do to propose to her.
You didn't dress up in a gorilla suit, did you?
Almost.
No.
Too bad you didn't.
Should have been in a Tarzan outfit or something like that. So I met her at the zoo on a Saturday, and I had the ring in a popcorn box, because I'm very
comfortable with that popcorn box.
No, I've heard about this trick, yeah.
Mickey Rourke and Diner.
You want some of my popcorn?
Mm-hmm.
And we went to the gorilla exhibit, and we were standing in front. It was a Saturday. There were a lot of people there, and so she reached in, and she found the ring, and then I proposed, and
Did she break a molar on the ring?
No, it didn't get that far. But
okay.
the strange thing happened when I proposed to her. A little baby gorilla came running up to the glass and started banging on the glass like Dustin Hoffman in The Graduate. I swear.
Don't you do it!
Robin!
I read his lips and it said, "Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't you do it! Don't you do it!"
So the diamond was buttered or unbuttered?
And then...
that's a big risk you take, putting the ring in food. A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
They put it in ice cubes. They put it in food. You're just one swallow away from completing that proposal with a colander.
I was ready to jump and choke her, if it went down.
Yeah.
And then there was this little old lady that was behind us, and she starts jumping up and down. I heard the whole thing. I heard the whole thing. And then all these people started embarrassing us with clapping and stuff.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's the story.
That's cute. And, of course, they're still married to this day, much to everyone's surprise.
Wow, including the gorilla.
Odds makers at Vegas have gone broke on Eddie O'Brien's wedding.
Mostly Robin's the most surprised.
Well, no one can believe that Robin stayed with him this long.
Hey! It's a good deal.
All right, dude, that's a good one.
All right, take care.
Thanks, Eddie. Let's go with, let's see, is this Gina?
Yeah, hi,
hey,
Dave.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Let's hear it.
I got the Claude proposal.
Good.
How I
All
wished it would have been romantic, but it was not.
right.
I was living in a house in Hawaii with like 49 people, and there was a girl there that I was convinced that my husband was in love with. And he and I I went in my bedroom, and he was in the hallway, and when I came out of my room, he was cheek to cheek with this woman. So we got in this huge fight. I mean, I was convinced he was sleeping with her, and, we were going to break up, blah, 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 blah. Well, it was a weekend. He was going to stay overnight. We went to bed, and we're laying there, and I'm just mad as hell. Got my back to him, and he kind of rolls me over, and he says, so, kind of wondering if you wanted to get married or something.
No.
That's what he was telling her in the hallway, and that's why they were cheek to cheek. But it caused this huge fight, and it was just...
Kind of wondering if you wanted to get married or something.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Just rolled over.
That just sounds like a good cover. Yeah, that's what I was talking to her about. Let's get married. I mean, some guys will go really far.
And,
no ring, no nothing.
How'd you respond to that?
I was like, well, I guess. So, that was it.
Sure, why not? We're about to break up. Let's get married.
Let's either break up or get married. But, yeah.
You still married to this day?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, did you invite the chick he was dating to the
Yeah, actually, she was there.
Did he ever bag her?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yes. Well, let's keep it that way.
Yeah,
Thank you, Gina.
Thanks.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Here's Sue next here on the KGB. Sue,
Yeah.
what's going on, girl?
Well,
hi.
My husband proposed to me after we were already married.
Okay, and you fell for that?
Well, we met in June in Vegas, and I flew out to see him in July and pretty much knew he was the one. So when he flew out to meet my mom, we eloped the night before he met my mom. Well, we needed to make it official, so when I flew out to see him again, we were living apart in August. I knew he had the ring, or I thought he did, I wasn't sure. So he had taped it to the inside of his leg, and I was doing the little gropey, feely thing, waiting to try to find it. We went through dinner, yada, yada, yada. I just wanted to see the ring. He takes me out on the jetty, which was pitch black, slippery. I'm thinking he's embarrassed because he doesn't really want me to see the ring because you couldn't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
And he got down on his knee, and he ripped the ring from the inside of his leg.
Well, did he have to take his pants off to do that?
He had shorts on.
Oh, okay, all right.
But he had tears in his eyes from ripping the
Tears in his eyes, I guess.
the ring from the inside of his leg.
So he had a nice furry ring?
Actually, yeah.
Yes.
And when he opened the box, it actually had a little light in it. And I was more fascinated with the fact that they had a ring box with a light in it.
He taped a whole box to the inside of his thigh?
Yep.
I thought you meant just the ring.
No.
A whole box?
The whole box.
You wouldn't notice the difference.
And, he got down on his knee and he went through the whole, he wanted to do it official and make it right. And I just looked at him and said, well, what do you think? We're already there. So,
yeah.
And that was it. He tried to be romantic. We just moved at a quicker pace.
Okay, and are you still married today?
2 years yesterday.
All right, congratulations.
Thanks.
Thanks, Sue.
Okay.
Does that
See you
go for
later.
Claude?
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have to pull the ring out of your pants.
If you have to tape it to any part of your body,
In
I
the
think
dark,
that's
you got to pull it out of
Claude-like.
your pants.
Yeah.
All right, let me take one more here, then we're going to break. 888-570-1015 is our number here. Sandy, what's going on, girl?
Hey, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good. This is the most romantic of anybody in the whole world. It is.
All right, let's hear it.
It was on Christmas Eve morning in his parents' living room. In front of his parents, he got down on one knee. After we had opened gifts, he said, "Can you handle one more?" And he got up, went to his room, came back with this little box, got down on his knee, and said, "I love you more than anything in the world. Will you marry me?"
Yes, I will.
And
Oh, sorry.
I started crying, and through the tears, I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yes, really." And I said, "Of course." And his father jumped up and grabbed a hold of me and said, "Welcome to the family." And it was just the most romantic thing. And today is our 4-month anniversary.
4 months? Oh, what are you getting him?
Me?
Now, feed me. Leave me alone. Never.
Why are the girls laughing more than the men here? You know why? Because the girls are in control. I think they mature faster. I think they handle the idea of sex better. The girls sound as when.
Now, baby, now.
All right, what are we always doing on this show? We're always learning. We're always exploring theories and proving them to be scientific fact. Today's theory comes from listener Davis, who claims all men have a voice for their penis. And with you, the lady scientists of the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw audience, we are proving this theory to be scientific fact. You ladies dial me up here, 888-570-1015. And if you can get your man to talk to you in his penis voice, not only will you score a bunch of prizes, which I know you don't really care about, but you'll be helping to prove yet another scientific fact. And that, after all, is what we live for. Suzanne is next here on the KGB. How you doing there, Suzanne?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Now, Scott, husband, boyfriend, who's he?
He's my boyfriend.
And he has a voice for his penis.
Well, yeah, he uses it every once in a while.
Okay. Now, we've had two so far. One was a moose, and one was Mr. Snuffleupagus. Does Scott have anything quite as animated as that?
No.
Is it much like his voice, or what?
It's kind of like a babyish type of trying to be cute.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. Well, you ready to go?
Sure. I hope he's still home.
Well, let's dial him up and find out. Here we go.
Okay.
Stand by.
Hello?
Hi, baby.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine. Why? What's up?
Not much. I just couldn't handle going into work for closing this week until I talked to you. It's really going to be crappy today because I got all this closing.
Yeah?
You want to talk sweet to me?
Oh, baby.
You're on the radio or something. I know something's up.
What's the matter, Scott? You're not going to have your penis talk to us?
I can't believe it. That's not supposed to happen to me.
Scott, let me hear your penis voice.
Never put anything past me.
Come on, Scott. Let me hear your penis voice, Scott.
My penis voice?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, sure you can.
No.
Suzanne already told us that it's a sweetie, sweetie baby voice.
Oh, she knew.
Come on, we'll win a whole bunch of cool stuff, babe.
Oh, not now. Let's just hear the voice. Come on, Scott. One guy speaks like Mr. Snuffleupagus. Did you know that?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Scott. You're a little too
This is really
smart.
cool.
Yeah. Scott, did you want to go see a Padres game?
Sure.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to buy the tickets now. Good luck with that. Let's go with Mary next here.
Try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
Now, hang on a second here. She may not be there, but I've got the number for Mr. Winky.
Hi, I'm unavailable. Come to the phone right now. If you...
Oh, that's not a very fun penis voice. Jackie, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, who we calling?
Dwayne.
Dwayne. And does he have a penis voice?
Sometimes, yeah.
Have you heard the penis voice?
Oh, yeah.
And what does it sound like?
He's sweet. He's kind of rough sounding.
Sweet and rough all at once, huh?
Yeah.
All right. You think you can get him to talk to you in your penis voice? In his
I
penis
don't know. It's morning. We'll
That's
give it
a
a
fact.
try.
It is. That's a scientific fact we've also proven here on the show. Let me dial him up. Here we go to Dwayne. Plenty of room for you, ladies. 888-570-1015.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, what?
how are you?
Going to work?
You teaching today?
Yep.
Hey,
What?
who did I talk to on Sunday night?
Sunday night.
Remember?
You talked to Mr. Happy.
No. Talked to Charlie.
Charlie had his luggage and was ready to go. What are you doing?
What did Charlie say?
Charlie was looking for a home. What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you
I'm
doing?
just playing around.
Aren't you going to work?
Huh?
Aren't you going to work?
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone right now.
And you want to talk
I got to
to
be
Charlie?
there at 7:30. Huh?
Huh?
I have to be there at 7:30.
Yeah, I got a class starting here in about 20 minutes.
Oh,
Ask
say hi to...
him to sing once, twice, three times a lady to you.
Hey, can Charlie sing?
Can Charlie sing?
Yeah, can you make Charlie sing?
Once, twice, three times a
What is
lady.
Charlie singing?
I don't know. You know Kenny Rogers song?
Kenny Rogers song?
Yeah, the
Are you
gambler.
serious? I don't think
Oh,
so.
I don't know. Like once, what is it? Once, twice, or three times a lady?
That's the Commodores, Jackie.
Charlie says you're once, twice, three times your lady. No, what are you? I gotta go, man.
That was bad.
That's not very good penis singing there, Dwayne.
Who's this?
Who's that?
Oh, man,
Sorry.
you suck. You suck.
I may suck, but you don't know what my penis voice sounds like. Charlie looking for a home.
Well, when you're that
packed.
when you're that big, you gotta have a voice.
Charlie had his
I love
baggage.
you.
Hey, Charlie's always got his baggage. He never puts them down.
How is that?
He's always carrying his luggage.
He's
Look
always
around.
looking for a home.
That's a fact. Well, not anymore.
Very nice there, Dwayne. I gotta go. All right, let me go with, let's see, Catherine is here. Hey, Catherine.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Who we calling?
We're calling my husband.
And his name is?
David.
Duh.
All cool guys are named David.
Yes, but none of them have penis voices.
Well, whatever.
He has a penis voice?
Well, he does this weird Scottish thing, you know, like, come here to lass and...
All right. Let's dial him up and see if we can get him to do it.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, Catherine.
Thanks.
It's the bagpipes.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I was thinking about what we were doing this weekend. You know, when you were, like, jumping off the dresser? I was just wondering if you would do the voice for me. You know?
Oh, you mean the special voice?
Yeah. You know, like...
Maybe the one that reaches out to you from the Highlands. From underneath the kilt, you know, where it doesn't have any blankets.
Yeah. So, you want to...
Go Danny Boy to you.
Make him sing Danny Boy.
Do you want to sing... Oh, would you sing Danny Boy? Your papa would be crying.
What's in it for me?
Well, you know, after rollerblading tonight, maybe we could, strap some plaid on.
Damn it.
Come home, I'll throw you a shot.
Come home, I'll throw
Danny
you a shot.
Boy, the pipes are calling. That's about enough of that.
Uh-huh. And that's your penis voice, huh, David?
Well, that was the one we kind of planned up for you, Dave.
I see. He's Scottish, is he? He speaks in an accent?
Yes.
Well, you know what he can do, but any kind of accent you'd like him to do. What you thought was kind of maybe Italian or something.
I see. Maybe like around March he'll start swinging into an Irish accent just for St. Patrick's Day.
Well, that can be done too, you know. That's just very easy to switch from one to the other.
That's right. In May, he can do something Cinco de Mayo, kind of a Latin flavor, kind of a salsa thing.
Yeah.
I like the Scottish. I think that's a good angle.
Well, a Scotsman clad in kilt left the bar one evening fair, and one could tell by how he walked that he'd drunk more than his share. He fumbled round until he could no longer keep his feet, and he stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside the street. Ring ding diddle little idee-o, ring da diddly-i-o. He stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside the street. About that time, two young and lovely girls just happened by. One says to the other with a twinkle in her eye, "See yon sleeping Scotsman, so strong and handsome built. I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath the kilt." Ring ding diddle little idee-o, ring da diddly-i-o. I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath the kilt. They crept up on that sleeping Scotsman quiet as could be, lifted up his kilt about an inch so they could see, and there, behold, for them to view beneath his Scottish skirt was nothing more than God had graced him with upon his birth. Ring ding diddle little idee-o, ring da diddly-i-o, was nothing more than God had graced him with upon his birth. They marveled for a moment, then one said, "We must be gone. Let's leave a present for our friend before we move along." As a gift they left a blue silk ribbon tied into a bow. Around the bonny star the Scots kilt did lift and show. Ring ding diddle little idee-o, ring da diddly-i-o. Around the bonny star the Scots kilt did lift and show. Now the Scotsman woke to nature's call and stumbled towards the trees. Behind a bush he lifts his kilt and gawks at what he sees. And in a startled voice he says to what's before his eyes, "Oh, lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize." Ring ding diddle little idee-o, ring da diddly-i-o. Oh, lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize.
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw will be right back.
This is the KGB.
Attention, ladies. The KGB is looking for San Diego's hottest women to represent the 1015 as Miss World Class. Win over $16,000 in cash and prizes. Call 858-715-3268 to register.
Hey, more power to you continues here today on the KGB. With San Diego's out of sight electric bills, we'll take care of your power bill. Just fax me your residential power bill. Just put it right in the machine. Fax at 858-277-1015. We choose one at random. We read your name. You got a half an hour to call me back here at 888-570-1015, and we'll pay the amount here on your skyrocketing electric bill. We do a couple of these throughout the day. Paid one off yesterday. We'll do it again today if we can get Dan Morse of Lakeside to call in. Dan Morse, I got your SDG&E bill right here, right in front of me. I can see it's gone up considerably from last time. Call me 888-570-1015. Dan Morse of Lakeside. Within a half an hour, we'll take care of your power bill. Remember, just fax us your home power bill, 858-277-1015. You got a half an hour from when we say your name to call us up and claim it. We'll pay off your power bill for you.
Just got an eye full of Lynn Cheney.
Yeah, baby.
Dick's misses.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is. Here is Chainsaw with sports on the KGB. Good morning.
And I never thought I'd say this out loud, although I perhaps have said that. I like Dick. I like Dick. I liked him when he was with George W., and I like him now.
You like him when he was with George W.
Or George Sr., excuse me.
Okay.
And now I like him now. And W, I think, is going to do well with that particular Dick. Hello again, everybody.
Bush and Dick.
In the sports world.
Dick and Bush.
Mm-hmm. Padres starter Woody Williams had allowed a 2-run homer, knocked in a run himself, and was trailing 2-1 in the 6th inning when his teammates came through for him.
Runners go 3-2, smacked in there, right center field. There's a tie game. Cusco coming home. The ball was bobbled by Brooks. That'll try to bring home Nevin. He is coming home. The throw cut off to the plate. Not in time.
What?
The Padres take the lead.
Not precisely sure what happened on that play other than the Padres took a 3-2 lead, which they would maintain. Williams the win, Trevor the save. Padres host the Giants one more time tonight at the Q. First pitch, 7:05 at Qualcomm. News Radio 600 KOGO will have it. Well, sports fans, it's always a thrill to hear a baseball announcer go crazy on a home run. Remember the Milwaukee guy who went nuts on that Jeremy Burnitz home run, or Seattle's Dave Niehaus, who, when a player hits a grand slam, he just screams out, "Get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma, it's grand salami time." Well, last night, Kansas City All-Star Jermaine Dye hit a home run, and the announcer absolutely exhausted himself. Whew! Listen.
There's a swing and a long one to center. I said it was dangerous territory. Singleton gets to the wall. That territory is exploding. 2-run homer for Dye. 24th of the season. The Royals lead 2-1.
Wow. The man was spent the rest of the game. He had to be relieved.
Probably had to tow around one of those little oxygen tanks for the rest of the night.
But remember, this announcer worked up all that energy for the opposing team. This was nothing compared to Dodger announcer Rick Monday, who had a virtual aneurysm describing a Dodger grand slam.
Silva from the stretch. The pitch, high fly ball hit down the left field line is hit pretty well. Going back as Martin looks up, and this ball is out of here. Hundley's hit the grand slam, and the Dodgers lead it 7-2.
They say that Monday actually burned an actual calorie on that call. Great moments in sports casting.
Drive to deep left down the line, hooking into the corner, and it's gone for a home run. The ball didn't get much higher than just the very top of the fence. Just a shot out of here.
I can't get enough of it.
Meanwhile, in the National Bell.
That'll win it! That'll win it! Get out of here! That'll win it! Boydie!
Yeah! Fly ball sacrifice! No way! I'm hitting this ball out, baby! A 3-run shot for Burnitz, and the Brewers win it in the bottom of the 9th.
That is genius! Genius!
Basketball Association. Try this one on for size. Because they agreed to no salary cap, players agreed to take 55% of the league's overall income each year. Well, profits have dropped below expectations. So in the 2001-2002 season, NBA players will take a 10% pay cut. Gee, I wonder if there's been some clever accounting going on here. Like the movie star who gets, 10 points of the 10% of the take. Movie makes $800 million worldwide, but we didn't make any profits on it, marketing and such. I don't see the players sitting still for that one. Hey, congratulations to Junior Seau and Darren Bennett, the Chargers' all-world linebacker and converted Aussie rules punter, were named to the NFL's all-decade team of the 90s. Junior, an obvious choice at linebacker, but Bennett was not a regular starter until 95. What a wonderful honor for him, Darren Bennett, on the all-decade of the 90s NFL team. John Elway, the all-decade quarterback. And because no golf accolades are big enough to honor Tiger Woods, in an unprecedented vote, Tiger Woods was named NFL Player of the Decade for the 1990s. Golf awards just aren't great enough to honor him, so it's spilled over into another sport. Another sports, damn it.
Who decides that? Is it sports writers decide that?
I didn't even think.
And I wonder if they get anything for that. I mean, I know it's an honor or anything, but I wonder if they get a trophy or a couple of bucks or...
I would imagine
lunch at least at Denny's?
Lunch at Denny's and perhaps a Hard Rock Cafe lunch and maybe tickets to a Padre game.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think the same award that goes for the singing penis goes for the all.
Oh, that's a pretty big award.
I know. All right, 7:24 in 2 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
Who am I looking for? It's Dan Morse of Lakeside. Dan, I got your power bill here. You got to call me before time is up. I only give you a half an hour, buddy. You faxed me this thing. You want me to pay it, you got to dial me. 888-570-1015. It's KGB.
A slowing because of a wreck on North County coastline, southbound 5 just south of the rest area. Bobtail truck flipped over a couple of times, landed on its wheels, but blocking the 2 left lanes. Slowing also south 5 Leucadia off and on to Manchester. Heavy traffic south 15 via Rancho Parkway, then from Ted Williams Parkway all the way to Mira Mesa till you break free of that. From the East County, we have slowing west 52 coming out of Santee, west 94 from 30th into downtown. A wreck south 163 approaching Friars Road has it backed up to Genesee. North 805 and North 15 both heavy through North Park. Then North 805 slow from Boa to Governor. Hey, Harley riders, have you ridden an Indian lately? The Indian motorcycle is back, and new Chiefs are in stock right now. The legend lives at Indian Motorcycle, 11th and Main in Ramona. 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw, 101.5 KGB.
How you doing there, Danny?
Hi.
What's going on, buddy?
Oh, not a whole lot.
Did you fax
Going
me?
to work.
What's that?
Just going to work.
Did you fax me your power bill?
Yes, I did.
How much has it gone up?
It's about doubled.
It's about doubled. I've got a bill here from Dan Morse of Lakeside for $130.01. The $130 wasn't enough. They had to add 1 cent onto it.
Yeah.
What are you normally, about $60, $70, something like that?
Yeah.
Have you got air conditioning out there, Dan?
No, I don't.
So he doesn't even have air conditioning. He's got a bill that's way over $100. Well, Dan, you faxed it in. We're going to take care of your bill this time around.
Oh, thank you guys.
Sure, hang on. Don't go away. He's a regular live wire there.
Wow.
I think that guy hates me. I just paid his electric bill, and I think he hates me.
Well, obviously, he hasn't paid his personality electric bill.
He's asleep.
Oh my goodness, the power station's not going to get any of his money, huh? I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All you have to do is fax in the bill you got from the power station to us here. It's area 858-277-1015. We'll do a random drawing here at the WKGB. If we pull yours out, you got 30 minutes to call us. 888-570-1015. We'll pay your bill from the power station for you. To ease your summer burden here, it's the WKGB.
Cadillac, don't look back, and I love him. You dirty and sweet and you got the teeth of the hydra up on you. You dirty sweet and you're my girl. Get it on, bang on, get it on. Get it on, bang on, get it on. Like a carnival, get a hubcap, diamond star halo. You're built like a truck on well, you're the only thing you got the truth with a coat for egos. You dirty sweet and you my girl. Get it on, bang on, get it on. Get it on, bang on, get it on. Get it on.
San Diego's world-class Rockets, KGB, the power station. Good morning, everybody. Well, the crash of the Concorde apparently has frightened a lot of celebrities. They're the most frequent flyers on the supersonic jet. And, you know, I'll bet most of us have never... I'd love to hear from anybody who's been on the Concorde. Dial me up, 888-570-1015. Understand it's $10,000 round trip to fly this thing. And Beth and I were talking last night. Would we rather fly, like, first class...
Right.
...for half the money and half the time?
You mean twice the time?
I'm sorry, twice the time. Half the money, but twice the time. Or would we rather be... Because they showed the inside of this Concorde. It's tiny.
It has to be.
I mean, it's skinny tiny. It's 8 feet across inside.
Wow.
And they sit 4 people across.
No, come on, really?
To a side.
Oh, wow.
To a side. Now, I guess it's pretty slick treatment. They treat you pretty good. But still, I'd rather have a little bit of room and just go a little bit slower than this thing does.
Well, Chainsaw and I flew business class to Nagano, and that was pretty darn nice.
Yeah.
It was better than some of the first class these days, Boyer. I hope we get the same in Australia. I have a friend who flies from Paris to New York all the time on the Concorde. So we made some hotline phone calls. Is he in town? Is he in town? Yes, he's in town. But
so you had a scare. Every one of these people on this plane was a German tourist who had chartered this plane.
Exactly.
Well, they showed the interior of this plane last night, and it's tight. I mean, it's really tight, and you're paying $10,000. And I guess it's like decent food and champagne and whatnot, but I mean, it's really, really cramped. I mean, it's scary, claustrophobic, cramped inside this thing. And you have to wonder which executive producer gets the duty of running out to the hobby shop and finding the Concorde model and gluing it together so that the expert can hold the little toy Concorde on TV. Everywhere you turn on TV this morning, there's some expert holding a little toy model of the Concorde. And you can tell which networks are doing well. Like CBS is kicking ass now with Survivor. Right. And so they went and got like a really good model and bothered to paint it and put decals on it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Fox, they actually douse it with gasoline and light it on fire while they're holding it.
That's reality-based programming, David.
Well, why not? I mean, other networks are just tipping it upside down and whatnot. Come on. Show us what it looked like. Soak it in gasoline, light it on fire. That's what we used to do with all our toy models. We'd spend hours building them, then we'd just soak them in gasoline and torch them.
We did that too. With that, we'd float them in the Rogers pool.
Yeah.
You made a boat, you'd float it in the pool and put like a black cat in it somewhere down the stack.
Right down on the hull.
Out. Yeah.
Wasn't there an instance during the Great Moon Landing in '69? Jules Bergman and ABC had this model simulation thing.
It was a puppet
that caught on fire.
Oh, they went to great expense
for the day.
Great expense to put together a little puppet show.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're old enough to remember the Apollo rockets, they would show the rockets themselves separating. They'd show how, you remember the old Apollo rockets, you had the command module, which was just a little teeny tiny triangle tip of that monstrous Atlas rocket. And most of that rocket was gas. But right behind it, right behind the little teeny tiny tip of the command module, was that last section. And they'd back out of the lunar lander out of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they would show you that happening. Well, they can't show it because it's not like there's another rocket up there with a camera. So they had to fake it. And most of the networks just did like a little cartoon. But ABC, the poor guy, no one's watching him. Everyone's watching Walter Cronkite. But like 3 people were watching him. It made like a blooper reel. They put together these little puppets. They were on strings. And they're showing them backing the lunar lander out of this thing, and the puppets caught on fire. I don't know how.
Mommy, Daddy! Mommy, Daddy!
And there was, some nervous switching of the cameras around so that people wouldn't think that the Apollo 11 crew was now incinerating in deep space. But yes, sadly, the puppet rockets were ablaze.
God.
I think you actually saw a hand, a giant. It's like the hand of God reaches in and starts patting the rocket.
Twilight Zone episode.
Michelle, what's going on?
Hey, Dave, how's it going?
Tip top, baby. What's up?
Well, my brother-in-law took the Concorde.
Uh-huh.
My sister was delivering, and he had to fly over from Europe when he was playing basketball to get the birth of his daughter, or his son, actually.
Yeah.
So he said it was pretty cool that it spoiled him for all the transatlantic flights.
How long does it take?
4 or 5 hours.
How much?
4 hours.
From where to where? From where to where?
I think it was from England to New York.
4 hours? That's not very fast.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was shorter. I don't remember, but it was pretty cool.
I thought they could cruise New York to London like in 2 hours.
It was really quick.
Yeah.
During the spot break, the Final Jeopardy, 3.5 minutes.
Because they were talking about how if you leave England, you can have lunch in England and be back for a power breakfast
Yeah, it's
in
pretty
New
crack.
York.
Right.
But he missed the berth.
How much did he have to drop on that?
I don't know. Pretty good money.
They were saying it's $10,000, and I can't see it.
And they're losing money at that.
Yeah.
But he's 6'10" and fit in it fine.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It was a tiny-looking shot last night on this thing. Thanks a lot, Michelle.
All right, bye.
These things are usually packed with stars. The story about Meg Ryan's affair with Russell Crowe came out after they were openly making out and fondling on the Concorde. Mike Tyson just used it when he fought in England. Other frequent flyers include Madonna, Elton John, Diana Ross, Claudia Schiffer, Heidi Klum, Naomi Campbell. It's usually big celebrities because few people can afford or want to afford the giant 5-figure fare to get from New York to London or Paris. And until yesterday, it had an almost perfect safety record for 30 years. Did you know they've been flying that thing since 1970?
Yeah, a little long in the tooth.
But now celebrities are saying that it's not worth the risk in order to get across the Atlantic 3 hours faster. I would rather spend the money on like those Virgin Atlantic planes that really super pamper you. You know, they've got like beds and special stewardesses. And
All right.
Oh, yeah. KGB, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's going on? Hi. Hi, what's going on?
Nothing.
What'd you call for?
Who is this?
Who did you call for?
Oh my God, who is this?
Well, who did you call for?
This is Chrissy.
It's Christy?
Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Who are you hoping to talk to?
Am I on the radio?
Well, you did call a radio station. Do you know that?
Oh my God. Get me off the radio.
Well, who did you call for? Jason, help me out. What's this all about? Is this your little concubine calling in?
No.
What did she call for?
She didn't. I called her as a friend of mine from Escondido. I just had to get some info from her.
Hang on. I didn't know you had outgoing calls over there. I think I startled the poor young lass there. Hello, KGB.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, what's up?
Nothing. I just flew the Concorde when it was here in San Diego back in, what was it, 80s?
And what did you think?
It goes too fast. You can't hear nothing or feel anything. Kind of a boring ride, actually.
I heard it goes so high you can see the curve of the Earth.
I have pictures of it, absolutely.
It goes
That's
like
really
65,000 feet, something like
we went
that.
up the flight to nowhere from San Diego when it was here for the air show, and it actually went up to 78,000 feet. So we got a really good shot of the curvature of the Earth.
And where did you fly to?
To Hawaii and back.
Did you just go out?
Land. It was a flight. It was billed as a flight to nowhere.
You just went out, circled Hawaii, and came back?
Yeah, so we didn't know how to dress.
And was this a free trip, or did you pay for that?
No, $1,000. It was $1,000 to fly for the air show, and they had 2 flights a day for, I believe, 5 days out of Otay when the air show's here.
$1,000 sounds frightfully cheap, and I didn't know that the Concorde could fly from San Diego to Hawaii and back nonstop, because they were saying it can't fly from Paris to Pittsburgh. They say it can only make the East Coast. How could it go all the way out to Hawaii and back? That's a long flight.
They looped down. It wasn't exactly all the way to Hawaii. They called it. They took you towards Hawaii. You looped around, and they did some razzle dazzle.
You just went out to Catalina and came back.
No,
they flew out over Catalina and said, "Oh yeah, that's Oahu down there."
You're gone for 4 hours.
You can't tell from 80,000 feet, but yeah, they got grass skirts on down there.
You could be right. They did a flyby for the crowd.
Yeah.
They kicked on the retro of the afterburners and threw it up in the air real hard, and it was Mach 2.14, 1,433 miles an hour.
I heard you get kicked back in your chair pretty good when that thing lights up.
No. I've raced drag boats and off-road trucks, and I tell you what, there's the thrill.
Okay, thanks. He debunked everything I said. I mean, what was the point of me even being on the show here? Ken, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, what's up, bud?
That Concorde's supposed to be a dog as far as mechanical-wise. I mean, it performs, but it just barely gets over the water, and as far as maintenance point of view, you got to be half Houdini and half midget to work on it.
And it's a gas hog.
Exactly.
Big time gas hog, because I know that they said last night the range on these things is really short. That's why I didn't believe this guy could fly out to Hawaii and back nonstop.
Right, and plus Air France and British Airways, the two companies that fly them, they have very good maintenance programs. But if you fly the major carriers of like some other countries, like Air Jamaica, small little rinky-dink places, the maintenance on them isn't that great either.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Ken.
All right,
You're an air mechanic?
Yeah.
Got a range of 4,300 miles, according to the internet here.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Ken.
All right,
see you later.
Love you too.
Love yours. 888-570-1015. It's a direct connect. We got a break. We'll get you on the air, though, right after that. It's KGB. All right, it's KGB, the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Radio Show. As reported earlier this morning on the program, the chainsaw digs Dick. All over Dick.
Yes.
See, this is that time of the presidential race that I think is just a big ho-hum, a big so what. A lot of hoo-ha. I mean, if it wasn't for that plane crash, this would have been a huge story. But Dick Cheney has been announced as the vice presidential running mate of George Bush. And I'm wondering if that has changed. If that has changed your opinion one way or the other, yes or no, I'd be interested in hearing that, because I think this is such a non-story.
Go ahead.
The person who runs with the president, to me, has always been such a, yeah, well, whatever. Because rarely do they choose anybody exciting or invigorating because they don't want to be shown up.
Well, it's a good thing that W made it a non-story, unlike his dad, who made a huge story out of picking a boob out of nowhere, Dan Quayle. And I read something, Dan Quayle's dad died recently, and supposedly he was an old buddy of George's. Quayle's dad was an old buddy of George's from the CIA, and he controlled a lot of newspapers, and he had a ton of money, and the fix was in for Dan to be selected as
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Well, I'd be interested in hearing if anybody thinks that that's a big deal, because to me it's just like a big so what.
Yeah.
And I didn't even care about Dan Quayle. It didn't change my mind one way or the other if I was going to vote for George Bush back when he was president.
It gave me pause because, the old one heartbeat away thing.
They always say that, but that hardly ever happens.
Well, it happened only with JFK in our recent history.
It doesn't even count for me, though, because I wasn't even aware that was going on when that happened,
Well, let's see. In the last 60 years, 2 vice presidents have assumed office. Actually, 3 when Nixon resigned.
Yeah. But, did anything bad come out of it? They were fine presidents.
They did okay.
They were fine. They did as good a job as anyone else was doing.
Quayle would have given me the willies. I got to tell you.
But I just don't believe that these guys are in there by themselves running the job. I think there's so many people in charge of that job.
Right.
That, I truly believe, you talk about the 3 vice presidents who assumed power in the last 60 years, with Truman being the first one. I truly believe, and everyone talks about how Truman dropped the atom bomb. I think he had nothing to do with that. I think that was a mechanism that was in motion by the time he involuntarily assumed power, and that there was, I don't know, who was that? Was that the Army or the Air Force that dropped that bomb? Well, whatever it was, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, I think they were just like, well, Harry, why don't you sit over there, because we got this bomb to drop, and why don't you just sit over there and be quiet while we run this operation.
If he would have said no and rescinded the order,
I think he would have. I think he would have been overruled.
It would have been, it would have been a giant controversy, just like the Bay of Pigs was a Nixon operation that Kennedy inherited, and that wheels were in motion for that.
Because everyone credits Truman for dropping the bomb. I don't think he had anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I think that was a plan that Roosevelt and the War Commission at that time had set in motion.
Yep.
And Harry was just on the watch when it happened.
Yeah.
And Johnson was fine, whatever. He didn't screw anything up too badly. And the same thing with Ford. He didn't screw anything up too badly. He did fine. So it just doesn't to me, it's like it's no big deal. And these guys purposely choose, Oh, yeah, that guy. Or, I mean, had you ever heard of Al Gore before?
No.
Kinda, yeah.
Had you? I'd never even heard of
He
him.
was the Gang of Seven along with those other guys, you know.
I'd never even heard of the guy
Gephardt
before.
and all those cats.
Heard of his wife with
Tipper.
that we want to label the records committee.
She was more famous than he was to me.
Yes.
Boyer, I'll give you 5 seconds. Who was Dole's running mate?
Kemp.
Oh, you got it. Very good. Very impressive. I think these guys just rise and fall from fame so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And they purposely choose, like, bland people because they don't want to be shown up in personality anymore.
Yep.
I don't think there's a chance in hell that McCain was going to get invited to do that. And they keep, all the stories, oh, well, we wanted to get together, we wanted to talk about it. BS, you did not. There's no way. There's no way he was going to give McCain a shot at that thing.
No.
And whoever Gore comes up with is going to be another big whatever. I mean, because he can't be more exciting than Gore. So what does that mean he's going to come up with?
Zip.
A stick.
Yeah.
A walking stick.
Another Walter Mondale.
And I don't even remember who he is. Who was he?
He was
Carter's vice president
and presidential candidate
with Geraldine Ferraro, right?
Is that
back
right?
in '84. Yeah, he challenged Reagan.
Here's Eric on the KGB. Eric, what's going on, dude?
Hey, how's it going, Dave?
Talk,
Love
Jimmy.
the show. Hey, Truman didn't even know the bomb existed before he was president. It even took him about 2 weeks before anyone told him there was an atomic bomb.
Yeah. See, that stuff is all out of their control.
He was feeding birds in the park until FDR died,
Yeah.
There's nothing for him to do. There's nothing for these guys to do. Every once in a while, there's a tie in the Senate, and they go cast a deciding vote whichever way their boss tells them to.
They bang a gavel.
Yeah.
Once every couple of weeks.
And they lead the applause at the State of the Union speech.
Yeah,
and they raise money.
That's all he did was read a speech.
I mean, they make such a big deal out of this, and what does the guy do? He sits around for 4 or 8 years waiting for his chance, hoping that he's going to get it.
Yeah.
And Gore's not guaranteed anything.
No.
Yeah, so, I mean...
So he didn't even know the bomb existed when he took office.
Not a clue. And, I'm hoping... I mean, I don't know. I'm probably not going to vote for Bush, but, Dick Cheney sounds like he's got a head on his shoulders, and he'd probably know a little bit more than anything else, but...
And who ran with Michael Dukakis? Who was his vice president?
I have no idea.
Who?
Didn't he run against Reagan, Dukakis?
Yeah.
No, he ran against Bush in '88.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's right. It was, Gary Hart ran as well. He didn't ever make it, but he was there.
Who was Dukakis' running?
This is my point. I mean, these guys are they're such quiet little duds. You can't even remember who they are.
I don't know. Dukakis was... You can barely see him over the podium.
And, I'm not trying to take anything away from Truman. I thought he was a cool guy, and I like a guy who speaks frankly and,
That's sure. I mean, he did what needed to be done.
I think that's great, but I mean that was an American effort, not a president's effort going on.
Lloyd Benson. Remember, and that's
Senator Lloyd Benson.
He's the
from
one who's
Texas or something like that.
He told Dan Quayle,
"You're no John Kennedy."
You're no John Kennedy.
That's it.
There you go.
Thanks, Eric.
All right, thanks a lot.
See you later. Is that what everyone? Hey, are you calling in about Lloyd Benson?
No, it's Geraldine Ferraro was the running mate of Dukakis.
That was Mondale in '84.
Oh, that was Mondale.
Yeah.
You got me. Okay, thanks.
See you later, man.
Bye.
I can't believe my line's lit up. Everyone remembered Lloyd Benson. I don't know how you people remember that stuff.
Like BENTSEN or something. It was
He's an old guy from Texas.
Yeah.
And he was involved in he was like a financial guy or something like that. He was on some
budget committee. But I think the thing about Dick Cheney is you think, okay, if something happens to W, if he's president, you're in pretty good hands. It's a steady thing. To me, with Quayle, here's a guy who would have been manipulated by people we didn't know. And I think that Cheney would have his hand on the switch a little firmer.
Who is Gore likely to choose now? Who is he saying?
Who? I mean, is it Christine Whitman out of... No, she's...
I heard she got absolutely kicked out of any chance because she was frisking down a guy. She went on some police ride-along, and she got caught on film frisking a guy and laughing and giggling about it. Anybody back me up on that?
I don't know.
Didn't see it.
She was like